Okay, well, my name is Brenda Geary, and I want to say thank you so very much for joining us this evening. I'm super excited to be able to present with my dear, dear friend, Dr. Sveta Silverman this evening. So let me tell you a little bit about who I am and how I come to be one of your hosts tonight, and then I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Sveta. But I just want to say to everyone that's joining us this evening, thank you so much for giving of your time. We know that there are any number of things that you could be doing this evening, and we just want to say thank you. And just the fact that a friend, someone that cares about you, or someone that you know cared enough about you to ask you to come and take a look. And that's all we're asking you to do this evening, is just take a look at products that have been life-changing, and also a business opportunity that's been life-changing for so many of us. So I'm Brenda Geary. Before LifeVantage, I was a VP Human Resources. I absolutely loved what I did. I was very good at what I did, and I was thriving. And unfortunately, life happened for me. And then at the top of my career, I got really, really sick. And because of the number of health concerns that I had, I ended up taking a medical retirement from my job. When I was at my sickest, it felt really, I really lost who I was. And I went to a number of medical facilities trying to find solutions for what was happening for me and to me, because I wasn't living, you guys. I was just existing. I was in bed 20 hours a day on 24 prescription medications. And I was praying for a solution. And this company came into mine and my husband's lives in August of 2011. And we said yes to watching an ABC primetime investigative report that gave me hope. And it literally has changed my life. And because I said yes to what was possible, my health story has changed completely. I'm also a breast cancer survivor. And I'm so, so grateful that as of the end of this year, I'll be celebrating 9 years in remission. And so the products have been life-changing. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Dr. Sveta so that she can share with you how amazing these products have been. And Dr. Sveta has become a very, very close friend. She was a pediatric surgeon, now turned surgical pathologist, you guys. Incredible credentials. She's got a passion for wellness. And I'm going to let her share with you how she was introduced to the company and why she said yes, and why she's sharing these incredible products with us all this evening. Sveta?
Thank you, Brenda. It's so very kind of you. Absolutely. See, that's a thing. We do that kind of business. And as I previously said, that kind of business can be that kind of business, but that kind of business can be a business of love and business of making friends and becoming a family. It's like Brenda, network marketing is about teams and staff, and sometimes it's a competition. We're not the same team, but we're the same love. We're the same family. Carrie Williams, who got into my life eight years ago and became one of the soulmates, amazing. And it's not about LifeVantage at all. When we talk, we do talk LifeVantage, but it's about love and life. And when it's needed the most, when you need the shoulder, it's there. When you needed somebody to cry with you, it's there. But when you have somebody to laugh with you, like at this nose, then you laugh at this. So that's the thing. So thank you, everyone, for joining us on December 23rd. So let me start. Happy holidays to you all. Happy holidays to you all. Let's make 21. Well, 20 was good, sort of good, but let's make 21 better. And let me ask you a question. What would you like in 21? What is your resolution to 21? I can tell you, every one of us wants, I want my life back. I want what we had. It's like Brenda, we connected today, and she visited her in-laws, from the distance. And I'm sure, in-laws, mother and father-in-laws, Randy and Brenda, they were missing those hugs. The most that I'm missing out of the whole thing are hugs. I want it back. So now, what else did we realize in 2020? So for me, per se, and for me as a physician, and for me as the teacher of health, it's about health. That's it. Brenda is going to talk to you about some financial help and financial health, but I took physical. So I think that pandemic in 2020 make us feel that we're not invincible, that there is nothing more important in our lives and the lives of our family and friends, it's health, because it doesn't matter how much we know. It's like, who is next? Am I next? What's going to happen to me? But the thing is, when my body is a fortress of health, and I'm a cell doctor, I diagnose bad cells, teaching how to make health into every cell. How do I make a fortress out of my body? I'm not afraid of virus or anything, just because I fortify my cells. I upregulate cellular mechanisms, so if it happens, they know what to do. I am in charge of my immune system. And that's what needs to be brought up now. We need to know that we are in charge of our health destiny, and we can boost our immune system. So thank you for the long introduction. Now let me share the screen. Again, I'm not particularly computer person. So let's start with this, got this. Now, I was introduced to LifeVantage in 2013. Everybody has a story, I have a story. My story started in 2004 when I lost my mother to deadly cancer. My mom, my mom was my angel. My mom is my angel. My mom will be my angel forever. She guides me. She's with me every second. And as a conventional doctor with 2 degrees, nothing I could do. And that started me on the journey. What could I do? What is there? I started learning foods. So LifeVantage began with a single question: is declining health as a part of getting older and stuff? And I was asking myself the same question. Mom passed away when she was 74, young. My father, my paralyzed father, who was paralyzed for well over 20 years, and we took care of him. He overlived my mom, passing away at 84. And I was thinking, am I doomed? What's wrong with my genes? So what do I do? How do I protect my genes? Or am I doomed with having bad genes? No, there is no such thing as bad genes. There is such thing as bad lifestyles and us neglecting our health. So in 2013, I stumbled upon LifeVantage. Never ever I wanted to do anything. I was into very much of a healthy foods, and I already was a vegan and stuff. And I'm not teaching you to become a vegan. I'm teaching you to eat nutrient-dense foods, even during holidays. But what I started discovering is good foods is not enough. You need to support your cells. You need to upregulate and boost your cells. And I, as everybody else, I came across this 2005 investigative report, but let's watch it.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough.
It may not look like the fountain of youth,
But inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment. For me, it begins with a blood test.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing. The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. It's called Protandim, and tests have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age, but taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. So just what's in this seemingly incredible pill? Well, actually, its roots are very humble. Protandim is a combination of 5 plant ingredients. Some you may know: green tea or turmeric, a spice used in Indian cooking. Others, Withania somnifera and Silybum marianum, are more exotic. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma, all of these, strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically. Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after. Have we turned back the clock? Maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
We do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
Okay, guys, so that's how it all started. You know, by 2013, I was sort of, pretty well versed in herbs and roots. However, I didn't know the concept of oxidative stress, and I definitely didn't know what it is in details and how to deal with this. So since 2005, that was really a revolutionary sort of, expose. So that's how it started. The network marketing started in 2009, just because the beauty of it is you need to talk about it. And it allows me actually to teach. And there's nothing more I love as a doctor and as a person is to teach. So since 2013, I started learning, and what I now, when I was introduced, the only thing I knew at that time in 2013, I wanted this in my body. Why? Because I have a very simple mind, and I knew those 5. So I knew that these 5 needs to be in my body. I had no idea what these 5 are going to do to me. I knew it's going to do good to me, but the scientific base of it, I didn't know. I had no idea what is NRF2 activation. So NRF2 activation, I discovered later, learning and studying, and then attending 3 out of 5 world conferences. And I presented at 2 of them. Now, free radical damage. Free radical damage in lame words is called cellular stress or cellular garbage. Now, the thing is, as you see on this slide, it is not going to spare. Cellular garbage is not going to spare cells. If you have oxidative stress, which we do, especially now, it's in every cell of the body. In some cells more, in some cells less, but nothing is spared. So we need to find the ways how to deal with this from the outside world. So for example, minimize this. And then from the inside world, how do we upregulate cellular biochemical processes, or in my language, there are doctors and we call pathways. So now, so here's the deal. As we previously discussed, you know, some people say, oh, you know, I'm going to take Pretandem. I don't need to eat well because Pretandem will take care of it, because Pretandem cleans over 1 million free radicals per second every second. And vitamins only do it 1-to-1. Wrong. You need to eat right and you need to upregulate, because what we bring from the cells as the antioxidants, and I will talk about NRF2 a little bit later in details. But what we bring from the cells and what we bring from the foods acts synergistically. So if you eat your berries with a whole bunch of vitamins and polyphenols and other stuff, and then you upregulate with, for example, NRF2 Pretandem, your cells are going to be so happy, and much happier when you do one or the other. So don't think that, let's say, or, you know, I take Pretandem and upregulating with NRF2 upregulation, I'm going to be cleaning over 1 million free radicals per second every second, as opposed to, let's say, blueberries. No, you eat your blueberries and you eat your cranberries and you eat your citrus fruit, and you know, you eat nutrient dense foods. Now, you know, I've got a second screen running just to make sure. This slide is outdated. There are 25 peer-reviewed here. No, I'm looking at pubmed.gov. That's where you need to do your research if you want to read. If you're very bored during your Christmas time, Christmas season, going into New Year's, so you can hide away, Dr. Leveran, open your computer, turn on the PubMed, National Institute of Health Database.gov, and just type Pretandem. 28 peer-reviewed studies. I'm looking at the screen. What does that mean? Well, it means that what separates, per se, us from others is that those studies, so people say, oh, you know, I'm on the supplement, it has turmeric, it has curcumin. So there are studies on curcumin, right? There are millions of studies on turmeric, but NRF2 Pretandem formulation, the composition is studied in specifically. It's a branded composition that is studied in 28, published in 28 peer-reviewed studies. And you see some journals that are very, very reputable journals in medical, conservative medical world. Now, these are some universities you recognize probably. You probably recognize Harvard. If you have never heard of Harvard, maybe you should. And I think here we miss University of Montreal. As a Canadian, it's near and dear to my heart. And let's go back to NRF2. That's what got me going. That is what got me going. NRF2 is likely to represent the most extraordinary breakthrough in history of health. And this is very lame said because we're under regulations. So what does NRF2 do, basically? NRF2 turns on your cellular, amongst other things, yes, it turns on your cellular vacuum cleaners. Now you need to understand that you are born with Dyson vacuum cleaners. So by the age of 20, it started to become Hoovers. And getting older and older, Brenda, stop laughing, and getting older and older and older, it turns into dustbusters. Meaning that there's a lot of noise, but less no function. So NRF2 is that switch that turns on your vacuum cleaners, bring back your vacuum cleaners to the capacity of Dysons. There is nothing more important in the biophysiology or the functionality of cells other than cleanliness of the cell. It's almost like you have a molded house and you're going to paint it with a gold paint. You didn't do any good. What you need to do with your house, you need to go back and strip the mold. And this is your NRF2 activation. NRF2 allows the cells to go back to the proper cleansing apparatus, and that is the foundation of cellular health, because what it's going to do, it's going to, now we're getting into cellular engine. So for example, I live in Canada. If my furnace is not working, I cannot live. But my furnace per se is only going to work if my power is on. I don't have the coal stove. My power is off. That's it. I can survive. So the cellular powerhouse is a mitochondria. And that's what literally gives you life. If mitochondria is not functioning, the cell is going to die. And we are the lump of cells. It's as simple as that. Now, not only the dirty cells are going to make your mitochondria dysfunctional or dirty, but it's not going to give you any energy. And mitochondria, as we age, and the mitochondria ages as well, it becomes older. When mitochondria ages, it doesn't work well. That's why, when we get older, we need a nap. Like Cody, you're in your 20s. Do you need a nap? No, you don't need a nap. You're like running like a dynamo. And you get older and stuff. Oh, I need a nap in the middle of the day. Now, can you boost your mitochondria back to no napping and absolute functionality? Yeah. Again, how? Clean the cells and boost your mitochondria. And how do you do that? You do it two ways. You bring the numbers of mitochondria up, because every cell doesn't contain one mitochondria. The cells that are lowest in mitochondria are your skin cells. And that's basically how you recognize the age of a person. You go to Arizona and everybody in Arizona like this. Their skin is like me. Now you look at their neck and you look at their hands and you say, oh, I know your age, or I can basically sort of guess. Now, where are the most mitochondria? Again, you can guess where. It's in your brain. So in the brain, there are cells that contain over 2 million of mitochondria. So when we age and when we are dirty, we have a whole bunch of that free radical damage or oxidative stress. Mitochondrial numbers go down and mitochondrial function go down. So you need to work on mitochondria two ways. You need to bring the numbers up via this guy, but this guy not only is going to bring your numbers up, it's also going to increase mitochondrial function, again, by the composition. Because your mitochondrial processes do not function without this, they do not function without this, and they do not function without this. This is essential part of the mitochondrial metabolism. So you need that. So now it's easy. So we had NRF2, now we have NRF1 now. So let's say go back a little bit to here. So we kind of started boosting mitochondrial function, but we need this guy because this guy is a starter. of mitochondrial reactions. NAD is called a cofactor in medical worlds. But, in lay word, it's like, you cannot drive a car without starting the car, correct? Even if you have, autopilot in some fancy cars, but you still need to turn on your car. So your NAD is like a cofactor. It's your starter. So that is why the 3, to me, is the absolute. It's almost like a cellular trifecta. It's a cellular must, because you're going to clean the cells. You're going to turn on the cellular engine, and then you're going to boost all these valves and stuff in that cellular engine. And they work much better in that 3-some combination. Look at these blue columns. That's, again, there's something interesting in LifeVantage, which is called synergy. It's not only in every product has a synergy of ingredients, but basically some products are absolutely synergistic together. So try Synergizer as NRF2 protandem to clean cellular stress, oxidative stress, NRF1 protandem to boost mitochondrial numbers and mitochondrial function, and NAD protandem to rev up that mechanism. So now, when I talk health, there is something that is critically important, and I cannot not talk about it, and that is probiotics or microgut health and essential fatty acids or fish oils. Now, there are things about microgut. There's something about, again, it's almost like everything is in 3. It's about microgut, immune system, brain. Those 3 are interconnected. So for us, if the microgut is not working, your immune system is not going to work, because your microgut is 70% plus of your immune system. But if your microgut is not working, you ain't going to be thinking right. It's as simple as that without getting into details. Now, the market is absolutely saturated with probiotics. The thing is, now, the market is absolutely saturated with fish oils, and fish oils, let's say, and probiotics go hand in hand, because those are going to feed your microgut and stimulate it. But your fish oils, are also going to feed your brain, because it's going to work on that cellular fluidity, on that communication. Because you can have brain cells that are absolutely normal, but if they're not communicating with each other, ain't going to do anything. So the message is not conducted, is not conveyed. Now, the quality is a paramount. So if you want to know the details why our probio is so different, get with I'll just tell you, this probiotic is a great quality, and it boosts. It's not going to substitute your microgut, because there are well over 200 species in our microgut, and having a probiotic with 5, but what it does, it reboots, it reactivates, it kicks in the butt, and it also provides very essential species for the microgut function. Now, fish oils, everybody has fish oils. Now, you need to be aware that the majority of fish oils are synthetic. Well, fish oil, synthetic, it's like oxymoron. So you need to have actually fish oils that come from fishes. But not only that they come from fishes, they have to come from oily, cold water fish. And it has to be extracted right away and packed right away. So those fish oils, essential fatty acids, those very absolutely important, which is called DHA and EPA. And DHA is critical for your brain, and EPA is critical for your heart. So that has to be of a highest quality without being oxidized. So omegas are awesome. Probio is awesome. And I'm going to stop on this, allowing Brenda to talk a little bit about some other products. Please.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Sveta. So yes, so LifeVantage, we start off with the Tri-Synergizer as some of our core products. And then we've got the Probio and Omega, which are super, super critical. And then LifeVantage has really taken a look at what are some other products and health issues. How can we take our technology and put that into some other products? So we have Axio here that you can see on Dr. Sveta's screen. And Axio is NRF2 for the brain. It's actually, we call it brain food. It helps with mental focus, mental concentration, and mental clarity. Dr. Sveta is drinking it, and I am certainly drinking it as well. And then we are taking a look at what can we do for healthy weight management. And then we've taken the science of NRF2 and we put it into a true science skincare regimen. And so LSU was one of those universities that was really interested in what could lowering oxidative stress do for skin cancer. And as a result of their studies, they came back to the company. They said, can you take the science of what true science does, of what Protandim does in the body, and create a topical application for it? So our skincare regimen is patented, has patents on it being NRF2 for the skin. And then we took our technology and we've got True Science hair care. So we have NRF2 for the hair. And then this last product here, Pet Tandem. So many people out there, we all know people that absolutely love their dogs, whether or their cats or horses. And so all mammals have oxidative stress. People started using the product on their dogs because they were seeing what the product was doing in humans. And so we have a product that's amazing for vitality in dogs called Pet Tandem. And so again, whoever invited you to this webinar can certainly get you more information on these specific products if you've got more questions. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we're going to now talk a little bit about how did I become, we're going to talk about how I became involved in the company. And we're also going to talk about, now that you've listened to the products and the science, that's so exciting because like Dr. Sveta said, now more than ever, you guys, taking control of our health is super important. There are a lot of things from an external perspective that we don't have control over, but we certainly can control our cellular health. And we've just shared with you how you can take control with LifeVantage products. Not just, it's important to sleep and it's important the food that you're eating and that you're exercising, that you're drinking water, but there are these functions that are happening at the cellular level that we've got solutions for. So as I said in my introduction, this was my story. I was in bed 20 hours a day. I was on all these prescription medications. I went through cancer and I was praying for a solution. And it came into our lives in the form of LifeVantage. And the products are amazing. But we weren't just excited about the products. We were also excited about the business opportunity. And we said yes to the business opportunity because when I had to take a medical retirement, me and my husband, we were not in any way ready from a financial perspective. We weren't set, right? And so what we learned was that we could build LifeVantage at our own time, at our own pace, in the nooks and crannies of our life, so we could create another income stream. I'm super passionate about network marketing, and I'm super passionate about teaching you how to create another income stream and educating you on the importance, because what I saw in 2008, 2009, when the economy crashed, I literally, as a human resources professional, was flying around the world, laying off 60% of my employee population. It was devastating. And right now, in the current environment with COVID, we are seeing this again. So when companies need to reduce costs, the first thing that they look at is they look at reducing their people expenses. You don't have control, but with a LifeVantage business, you have control. You can build it in the nooks and crannies of your life, like I said, and you can build it at your own pace. And you can build an asset. You can build a financial income stream that no one can take away from you. And that's what I'm going to go into right now. So, stories are better when they're shared. So you guys just heard my story. You heard Dr. Sveta's story of why she said yes to LifeVantage and the impact that we're making in people's lives from a health perspective and also from a financial perspective. So Dr. Sveta went into the business piece. She talked a little bit about the history of the company. Many people don't know that LifeVantage started off just as a small biotech company. Protandim used to be sold in the stores. It was sold in GNC, Rite Aid, Walgreens, Vitamin Shop, but it wasn't selling because people did not understand the technology. They didn't understand what was different between Protandim NRF2 and vitamin C, vitamin E, other direct antioxidants. So like Dr. Sveta said, we took the product out of the store shelves in 2009 and we put it in the hands of people like you, like me, like Dr. Sveta and Carrie, that we can tell the story and explain the science. So now we're an 11-year-old company. We're headquartered out of Utah. We're on the NASDAQ, you guys. We're on the Russell 3000. Some people, I never ever dreamt about, who thinks about becoming a network marketer, right? But network marketing, when done right, is an incredible business model of people helping other people and building teams up. And then just when you think about some of the individuals that are on our board of directors, individuals with huge backgrounds that have fallen in love with what they see as the future of LifeVantage. So from a trends perspective, never in history have people ever been more concerned with their health. We're living that right now. In fact, there's been a 60% increase, 60% plus increase in the wellness sales in the last 8 years. When you think about LifeVantage, we're in that $600 billion industry. We have first to market quality products in the 300 billion anti-aging with our activators. We're in the skincare market. We're in the hair care market and pet care. So we have first to market products with our technology in each of those industries. And so why network marketing? For those of you guys that may never have thought about it before, you guys, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It takes work, it takes persistence. But when you're able to find the right company with the right products, with the right mentorship, it's an amazing model. It's a business that you can work from anywhere. Right now with people sheltering in place, our organization and our business has actually grown because we were able to work this business by sharing what we have via Zoom, via phone calls. And so you're able to do this business from anywhere. When a person buys into this business, they get a virtual office. I literally run my business from my cell phone. You get a virtual office. You're able to potentially grow a multi-million-dollar business from your phone and have access to all the financials. People are not gathering inventory, right? You're not gathering inventory and storing it to resell it. What I love about this is that you get a replicated website. We educate people on what we have, and then we send people to our website where you have the ability to order from the convenience of your home, and then the company ships the product. So you get all the benefits of having a business, and then corporate LifeVantage takes care of shipping, and they take care of marketing, and they take care of all the back office things. Low entry cost, social sharing. We get daily bonuses, and then when we are able to travel again, you get the benefits of travel. So let's talk about what's possible right now, because right now people are looking for ways to create additional income streams. So our company, we have 10 ranks. I'm just going to highlight a few of them. I want you guys to really focus in on this column right here that says average monthly commission paid ranks. Our first rank that I want to highlight for you is our Pro 3s. Pro 3s have an average of 5,000 volume going through their organizations, right? We're building a business. And Pro 3s on average make an extra $626 a month. I am going to ask you, what would an extra $626 a month do for your family? And if it's not for you, who do you know that an extra $626 a month would be a blessing for their family? Another key rank in our business, in our company, is Pro 5. Pro 5s on average make $3,170, $3,107 a month in leveraged income. Could that make a difference for you or someone that you know? And then I'm going to hit on Pro 7, which is Dr. Sveta's rank. She's an elite Pro 7, and Pro 7s on average make an extra $13,402 a month. And my husband and I are Pro 6s in the business, and our goal is Pro 7 and beyond. So I say, take a look at this column right here. And what's the number? I want you to stop on the number that would make sense for you to say yes, possibly, for you to invest your time and effort in educating other people. And if it's not for you, again, who do you think it could be for? So how do you get involved? We have 4 ways that you can partner with our company. 4 ways that you can become a business there. There's a $50 starter kit. You would buy the $50 starter kit and then some product, okay? Because we always say you want to be a product of the product. And then there are some packages. There's a silver pack, which is $350. There's a gold pack, which is $650, and then the platinum pack, which is $1250. And all of these packages come with a product, a grouping of products that come at significant savings, okay? So my husband and I, we came in at the $1250 because we wanted to get our hands on all the products, but we truly say get in where you fit in when it comes to this business. So at this point, folks are typically asking themselves, can I do this? Will this work for me? And so here's what I will say to you. My husband and I, we had never done this type of business before. Dr. Sveta had never done this type of business before, but here's what you're getting when you sign up to be a LifeVantage distributor. You get global customer support. There's a call center. There's also ways to communicate via email. There's an easy to follow ITT system. Network marketing is a business of duplication. We have a very easy to follow system. We have ways of people to meet up. So there are regular meetings, there are team meetings, there are education meetings. There are so many ways that you can connect at your at times that work for you, and many of the meetings are also recorded. So if you're not able to participate live, you can always go back and see recorded meetings. And then we do have regular corporate events, and we just finished having our virtual global, our global convention. There are many, many incentives and perks. And then we have private support communities on Facebook, whether there are private Facebook groups for our customers where we do continuing product education, or whether it's a private Facebook group for our team where we do training and make announcements, etc. So lots and lots of ways for you to be connected. And know this, you guys, when a person does this business, you're not doing it by yourself. We're literally doing it with a team of people. And even as a human resources professional, you guys, I've never been a part of a business where the goal of everyone is to see everybody else succeed. When I was in corporate America, it was where you always had to watch your back because you were worried that someone was looking out, wanting your position. In network marketing, it's all about everybody elevating and lifting each other up. Let's see. And so just, some final things on LifeVantage, just so many exciting things. Voted one of the best places to work for. We've got a huge global footprint. Erin Brockovich, you guys remember the movie? Erin Brockovich is on our board of directors. We've been honored with Stevie Awards for our products. Stevie Awards are like the Oscars. They're the Oscars for business. And our skincare product, our skincare, our hair care, and our and our Vitality Stack have all won Stevie Awards because they're they stand out in the marketplace. And then we were added to the Russell 3000. Okay. And then just, you can see here, just the number of other types of accolades. We actually closed we actually rang the closing bell in January of 2020. That was an honor that was given to our company. And you see here, you guys, the number of companies, the number of countries that we're open in. So here's what I like about this particular thing here. We can be, whatever state you're living in, you can literally grow a global business from where you are, and we get paid on global sales. So that's pretty incredible. And then we also give back to the community. So we're also we have a vested interest in giving back through LifeVantage Legacy. And I love the fact that wherever we are, whenever we get together, we always leave our footprint by giving back in a local community. So you guys, so where do you go from here? What's the next steps? Some of you guys may be saying, I need more information. I'm curious. I'd like to hear more. Please get back with the person that invited you to listen tonight and get your questions answered. You may be listening and you may say, hey, the business piece isn't for me, but I certainly want to become a customer because I want to take control of my health now more than ever. And what Dr. Sveta was talking about resonates with me. So get started as a customer. Or you are saying to yourself, not only do I want to take these products, but I also want to create another cash flow. I want to create something that can't be taken away from me. And so get back with the person that invited you and let them know that you're ready to get started. So you guys, with that, I just want to say thank you for joining us. I want to say thank you to my partner in crime this evening, Dr. Sveta, for presenting with me. And again, thank you all for joining. We want to wish you a very, very happy holiday, and do us a favor, get back with the person that invited you tonight and let them know what your level of interest in is. Have a good evening, everyone. Take care.
Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. What a joy. Thank you, guys. Happy holidays.
Take
Merry
care.
Christmas,
Bye.
Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Happy holidays.